I want to share this with you that I know that the more I have conversation with women entrepreneurs, women who are intrapreneurs as well, that's what I'm noticing. You are no longer subscribing to the grind. You don't want to grind your way to success anymore. You're very aware of that. And you're still calling yourself a high achieving, woman. You're still very aware of your emotional abilities. You're very aware of who you are. And you know this, that you're tired to performing confidence. And you want to change that nature of your visibility. Still confidence and self-trust, but not from that performance place. And when it comes to visibility, whether it's to, sell your programs, your services, or whatever you do to help people in their lives, you're done with that. What you want is to go to that place of safety where it feels anchored and calm. And this woman is me too. That's, the journey of growth and aging, right? So we'd love for you to raise your hand if at some point when I talk, you feel that in your guts, right? So that's why some of you may think that you need a strategy, and maybe you do, strategy or importance, but what you're craving is to be able to show up in full visibility, whether it's in your marketing process, your networking process, your sales process, your delivery process. Feel safe, anchored, and unshakable, right? No matter the trends, no matter the external circumstances. So I'm going to share with you the different scenarios that I see so that you can feel if it's you or getting closer to who I am talking to. So maybe you're still hiding behind busy work. How many times a day do you say, it's so busy right now? It's a blessing to be that busy. Like you try to justify your busyness or you hate your busyness. And you're still very addicted to templates and content paralysis. Like you want to be perfect or you're ready to post. You have so much to say, but for whatever reason, you never get a chance to do that. Just that, right? Or maybe you are forcing your visibility. That was me a long time ago. Forcing, burning myself out, and to the point that you're so burned out that you ghost your audience. And if you know me, when you build an audience online, you build a family and you got to feed the kids, whether you feel like it or not. So how do you do that from a place of joy and excitement, even on days that you feel tired or you rather go and have a nap? And maybe you'll have a nap. It's all about where you're coming from when you're having this nap. Or right now, you're maybe that woman who is building something solid, but you can feel, and I see a lot of you right now, you can feel that there is an energetic pull, a ceiling of over efforting. And there is another way to get there. So you're solid, you're building the thing, you're doing the thing, and there is a piece that feels like, you got to push and over effort. So when you come to my world, what's happening is that you're going to start to exhale, drop your shoulders, and you will be seen for who you are. And maybe you can't even see yourself the way I will see you. And that's okay, right? What I can tell you is that the women in our community, they feel safe in community, they feel loved, they feel seen, and they feel home. Literally, I just gathered some testimonial and, whether they are a soon-to-be six-figure entrepreneur, seven-figure entrepreneur, that's what they say. This is the language they use. So ultimately, they come first for that strategy and the tactic for their business, whether it's for marketing or sales. But what they discover is that they needed way more than that. It was literally an identity shift that they were after. That's the work we do here. And we do that in different steps. And that's what I want to kind of share with you. How do we do this? Because I'm always feeling that I'm rushing to explain what we do together, but what I want to tell you is that we are doing this from a calm place. And the calm, it's really the calm that is in the breakthrough. You cannot have any breakthrough when you're not in that calm. That's a space where women, remember that it's safe to be seen. And when you get there, and it's mostly in your body, actually, at the nervous system level, that you get to touch that. And from that place, you build your visibility. It doesn't mean you have to break down everything you've built. Absolutely not. It's just a new way, a new relationship with your visibility that will bring some part of you as a human, as a beautiful, energetic being, having a human experience that will show up in a way that efforting that you feel will go away, because it will be coming from the natural ways of you being in this world. And most of the time, including me, we forget who we are and our natural ways of interacting with the world. And we bring like strategies and marketing that don't belong to our nature, right? And then that's where it feels like, I got to post, or I got to build my offer, I got to build that campaign, right? So let me share with you what I want to tell you about how we do this in different kind of different stages, right? So here's how it goes. First, we take a deep breath, because I want to make sure I'm gonna give you what only is needed, not more, okay? That's really what I want to tell you. Okay. So the first step is that in order to be able to set up this digital footprint that you want to put in place, that encompass your social media presence, maybe the book you want to write, maybe the podcast you want to set up, maybe the YouTube channel, whatever platform you use for your signature platform, in terms of where do you want to focus on sharing your message, right? From that to your networking aspect, because online goes with in person. It's totally complementary. Like in order to put in place this beautiful marketing and sales process and to anchor it in calm and consistency, you first need to feel totally emotionally safe. And I know it sounds like, what are you talking, marketing and emotionally safe? It is key, because every time I see a woman not pressing the go live button, every time I see a woman not putting her name for the next big speaking gig, anytime I see a woman who doesn't raise her hand to be in front of thousands of people or hundreds of people, what it is happening is that it's that she doesn't feel emotionally safe. And that's the reason why the business is not growing. So you owe to your business that you birthed like a child to grow. And the only way a business can grow is if you grow. And when I say grow, is being able to receive more. The capacity to receive more clients, more opportunities, more visibilities, right? So that's what we do. That's a very first level of work we do. It is a very, very short program that I offer called Magic with Social Media Love. That's what we do. The second level, once you've done this, then you're ready to amplify your visibility, because now you know how to feel safe when it comes to bigger stages like a TEDx, when it comes to being consistent on social media, being able to express what you stand for in your industry, what you stand against, your methodology, like you are doing it because now you know how to feel safe. And when you don't, you know how to go back to this place of growth and expansion. So you want to stay visible consistently, not just one day or 3 weeks, right? You want to stay visible with calm and consistency. And that's what we do in the Visibility Amplifier. That's when you come with us for a year, and then we give you access to the tools that your mind wants. Give me the tool that works, whether it's, you know, what to post, or how to build my sales process, how to put in place sales goals, and all the things that makes a business. So this is literally a support container where we build the business or we tweak the business, because most of you already have a business. We streamline, we simplify. But from that place that now you know who you are and who you always been and you will always be, which is the woman who's totally enough. She belongs to whatever she wants to belong to. That's it. She's enough, right? So that's what we do. We lead softly but boldly, right? We want you to feel, or you're going to start feeling. I don't want you to feel. That's what comes when I talk to the women in our community. You know, your presence will start leading the room you enter without saying a word. And your calm and consistent power when you take the mic will build kind of a new charisma for you. And that's called leadership. The way you're gonna lead yourself into a room, into a video, into anything, into your private life, will actually impact the way you show up for your business and your clients, right? So the first container that I'm talking to you about, Magic with Social Media Love, is really your identity shifting container. It's where the nervous system is going to work and your subconscious rewiring happen. Everything you believe about money, everything you believe about your capacity to serve more clients, to raise your price, to lead a team, to do a Facebook Live, to to write a book, that identity is right there. It's the core of the transformation. You move from hesitation, questioning, to self-trust, and then to grounded visibility. I can call you anytime on a stage. You'll be so anchored because of the work you do in Magic with Social Media Love, and it becomes who you are. And the framework behind Magic with Social Media Love is what we call the neuro-identity evolution. And the neuro-identity evolution really mirrors your visibility as an exercise of regulation. It's the pillar of everything. It is the tangible method for what we use so that you can literally build a brand that speaks for you just by you being in the room, whether it's an online room or in an in-person room. And so this becomes, that you don't have to chase anything. You are it. Can you feel that? Yeah. So that's your step one. And then when you get to the Visibility Amplifier for the year, your expansion, I call that the expansion frequency container. It's really a place where there is a collective. You're with a collective of amazing women who all went through Magic with Social Media Love. So you are co-regulating together in calm and grounded and visibility. Right? And then what it builds here is that you're going to learn to be consistent in showing up and in selling actions. That's what it is, right? So when you come to the amplifier, it's the integration. It's an integration space. This is when you're going to start mastering your sales system, mastering your visibility online and offline. And because you're going to know how to regulate, and you're going to reroute all the thoughts that would have stopped you in the past, they're going to be rerouted so that you can sustain the visibility level and the sales activities that you desire to put in place to expand really the expression of your identity, the new identity, but the expansion of your business and the number of people you can serve. So that's how you go from like embodying safety in your body to really confident and leader, and you're gonna lead your team from a different place as well, which gonna translate into more sales. And so that's when we use the V.I.S.I.B.L.E method. It's really a structured, way to, it's like a step-by-step way that is very masculine that we pair it to a magic feminine framework, right? There are things to do, which is a masculine side of you, but it's with a layer of always being connected to your body, where your intuition is in your guts, trust your guts. Remember that expression. And that's going to help you create a daily rhythm that keeps your nervous system safe and your business aligned. No more stopping, no more stopping. And how does that feel, right? It feels that you are stable, whether there is momentum or not. And you're always ready for the next momentum, but without waiting for it. So no more chasing. There is no longer learning safety. You don't need to learn that. You already are it. You're living it. So it will teach you who you are in the gaps of business, going up and down, right? And that's going to help you with the regulation of your emotional states, even when it's in the gap, so that you never stop taking action anchored in your new identity, right? So it's a natural kind of path that you get to experience at Social Media Love. First, we recalibrate you, you're going to be ready to stop overthinking, and you're going to finally feel seen for who you are with inside of yourself, through nervous system regulation, through identity evolution, through self-expression. You're going to learn to express yourself. And that's magic with Social Media Love over 12 weeks. Then for your expansion phase in, the Visibility Amplifier, which is our 12-month container, you're going to be like, I want to sustain what I've learned and become in Magic with Social Media Love, right? I want to sustain this frequency, and I want to turn it into consistent visibility and sales, right? So it's the embodiment of that leadership in your business, in your life, in how you sleep, in how you eat, in how you feel in your body, in how you move, your rhythm. You're going to learn your season of visibility, and you're building that consistent revenue and working towards it, whether it's your 10K a month, 20K a month, or more. So that's what it is in a nutshell, right? So it's not a marketing program. It's really a visibility recalibration journey, literally. And it's an integration of it through mentorship with me and with the beautiful women who are in the Visibility Amplifier supporting you. And what it does, that is that the amplifier is a continuation of the visibility work you've done in your body in Magic with Social Media Love, where your new identity learns you to lead the way. So that's what I want you to know, that everything we do from a business perspective, and some of the women who went through that path, they started with selling their services at $25, up to building group programs at $2,000 per person. Or they started to actually put in place new processes, for example, for client delivery services, from a place of complete simplicity. What do I need to do to make their experience of my business simple and easy, and for me to feel easily in charge of my clients, to make sure I support them the best I can in a very simple way. So that's what we do together, as simple as that, right? So it's a transformation. It's basically transformation of you that's going to help you to build that marketing and that sales process in a way that you don't stop yourself anymore in your own tracks, from being safe inside of you to up to outside of you, right? And each of the container have a very specific purpose. Both of them will bring you visibility and sales when you're ready to receive it, right? So those containers are the calm. If calm could be a person, that would be that. They would be that. They would be calm, and the calm in the breakthrough. And those are spaces where you will remember that it's safe to be seen for real, not just words and affirmation and stuff like that. Okay. So basically, you are here to rewire your experience of visibility through marketing and through selling, asking for money, receiving money, growing money, right? And then we're gonna work together through all the resistance that comes into this, in terms of self-trust or resistance to show up, resistance to sell, resistance to build the next offer, resistance to raise your prices, resistance to ask for more, resistance to ask for what you want, resistance for saying yes when you want to say no, resistance for saying no when you want to say yes. So grounding is one of the feelings you're gonna feel for sure. You're gonna remember who you are at the core of it. That's called recalibration. And you're gonna grow from that place, from the business, from the personal, from everything. So if any of this speaks to you, my only call to action to you is to, wherever you're watching this video, reach out to me in the DM. And then you can put visible. And I'll know that you're coming from this video, and we'll just have a chat. I want to know where you're at, where you want to go. And then if I see you're a fit for these experiences that you see are beautiful, then I'll invite you. As simple as this. So keep rocking.